Welcome to your yoga practice. My name is Pilar and I will be taking you through today's gentle yoga flow. And today we are just going to be doing some feel-good movements, so really getting the body moving, getting stagnant energy and breath out of the body. And if anything doesn't feel good to you, any posture doesn't serve your body, you're always welcome to take a different posture. I will also be offering modifications throughout. So to start off, we're going to start with a comfortable seated position for some breath work and a little bit of centering. And you are welcome to take a seated position, or you're also welcome to lie down or stand, maybe sit on a chair, just whatever makes you the most comfortable. You really want to be relaxed for this part. So once you find that comfortable spot, you can just let your arms hang heavy, maybe bringing your palms to your knees or thighs, and allow your eyes to close. Try not to force your eyes closed here, just gently allowing them to close, taking a moment to tune into your breath. And not changing anything about your breath, just tuning into your natural breath. Noticing your inhales and exhales. Noticing the length of your inhales and the depth of your exhales. Now bringing awareness to your body, noticing how you're feeling physically today. You're not judging or thinking anything of it, but just being aware of the areas of tension in your body. Now starting to melt away tension from the body with your breath, starting off with the jaw. Maybe moving your jaw around a little bit, loosening it up. As you exhale, melting away that tension. Bringing your awareness to the muscles in the forehead, around the eyes, relaxing those muscles. Now bringing your awareness to your neck and releasing any heat or tension that you're holding there. Rolling the shoulders down and back, lengthen your spine. Maybe sitting a little bit taller, lifting the top of your head. Now bringing your awareness to your chest and belly, and we tend to hold a lot there. Holding tension, holding them in. Now just really releasing the chest and belly, letting them rise as much as they can on the inhale. And fall on the exhale. Allowing your arms and legs to be heavy. Softening the joints, softening the elbows, the wrists, the knees, and the ankles. Releasing tension through your hands and feet. Now take a deep inhale in through your nose and hold your breath at the top. Take an open mouth exhale. Breathing out any stagnant air. Take another deep inhale in through the nose, holding it at the top. And take an open mouth exhale. Audible breath. One more time, deep inhale in through the nose, hold it at the top. And let it go. Now take a deep inhale in through the nose, hold your breath at the top, and sealing your lips, exhale out through the nose. Finding your Ujjayi breath, deep inhales in through the nose, out through the nose. Taking a moment to really cultivate your Ujjayi breath. So you should feel a vibration in the back of your throat. It should sound like the ocean. Few more breaths here, just noticing how this breath feels in your body. Now starting to bring some movement to match your breath, and you're welcome to keep your eyes closed here or gently flutter them open. Start to gently rotate your head over towards the right and over towards the left. So just exploring the range of motion of your neck here. Being gentle and mindful with your movements. Moving slowly. Now coming back to the center, take a deep inhale as you lift the chin, lift the chest, and gaze up. As you exhale, bring your chin in towards your chest, letting your head hang heavy. Deep inhale, lift your chin, lift your gaze. And exhale, pull your chin in towards your chest. One more time, deep inhale, lift the chin. And exhale, pull your chin in. Now letting your head hang heavy, start to roll your head over towards your right shoulder. And now rolling your head forward, create a half moon, rolling your head over towards the left. A few more rounds here, just moving at your own pace, waking up the neck. One more round. And now slowly make your way over towards your right shoulder, letting your head hang heavy, melting your shoulders down and back. Taking deep breaths. Now maybe placing your right hand on top of your head. And make sure not to pull or tug here. You're just letting your hand rest on your head. Taking deep inhales into that left side of the neck, really opening it up with every breath. Creating space there. Take one more deep inhale here. And on the exhale, release your head and gently roll your head over towards the left. Letting your head hang heavy here, maybe placing your left hand on top of your head. Now sending your breath to that right side of the neck. One more deep inhale here. Then on the exhale, release your head, come back to center. Now taking a deep inhale, sweep your hands up overhead to prayer. As you exhale, start to twist towards the right, grabbing for the back of your knee. Now inhale, sweep your hands back up, and exhale over to the left. A few more times here, just moving with your breath, waking up the spine, bringing that gentle rotation. Now this time, hold it as you bring your fingertips down towards the mat and look over towards the right. Finding that length in your spine and making sure to not sink into your right shoulder, so staying lifted through the spine. Also making sure to not crank yourself to get deeper into the stretch, always being really gentle and mindful of the spine. Now take a deep inhale, reach your palms back up overhead, and exhale to twist towards the left. Keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. With each inhale, picturing that your spine is getting a little bit taller. With each exhale, picturing that you're twisting a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, sweep your hands back up to center and exhale to release your arms by your sides. Now meeting in a tabletop position, stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Spreading out your fingers as wide as you can, really grip onto your mat, pressing away from your mat. Making sure that you're bringing an inward rotation to your arms so that your elbow creases face forward pull the belly button in. And now taking a deep inhale, let the belly button fall, gaze up. Rolling the shoulders down and back. As you exhale, pull the belly button in, press away from your mat, and let the head hang heavy. Deep inhale, letting the belly button fall, gaze up. And exhale, pull the belly button in, press away from your mat. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow here, moving at your own pace and really being mindful of your spine. So this is a really powerful stretch for the spine, really taking your time with it. And now, coming back to that tabletop position, bring your left hand to the center of your mat and take an inhale to reach your right hand high. As you exhale, melt your right shoulder down towards the mat. Take an inhale, lift up towards the sky, and as you exhale, melt your right shoulder down. One more time, deep inhale to lift. And exhale to lower, this time holding it here. So maybe melting all the way down towards your mat. Maybe walking your left fingertips forward. Making sure to melt the chest down towards the mat a little bit more with each exhale. Take one more deep inhale here. And on the exhale, start to walk your fingertips in, press yourself back up to that tabletop position. Now bringing your right hand to the center of your mat. Take an inhale, lift the left hand high, and exhale to melt your left shoulder down. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. One more time, deep inhale to reach, and exhale as you lower. This time melting your shoulder down a little bit further, holding it here. Maybe walking your right fingertips forward. Taking a moment to find your breath. Take one more deep inhale here. And now slowly start to walk your fingertips back towards the center and press yourself back up to that tabletop position. Now bring your hands one palm forward, keeping that inward rotation to the arms. Tuck your toes in and take a deep inhale to lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, making sure to keep a bend in the knees, so not locking them out. And taking a moment here to pedal the heels in and out, just settling into your downward facing dog. Focusing on lifting the hips up and back, lengthening the spine. Taking a moment to maybe shake out the head, shaking the head no, nodding the head yes. Now take one more deep inhale, lifting the hips a little bit higher. On the exhale, step your feet towards the top of your mat. Once you're at the top, grab for opposite elbows and gently sway heavy from side to side. Making sure to keep a deep bend in the knees here. So you don't want to have your knees locked, keeping them at least slightly bent. Letting the neck and head hang heavy. Now slowly coming back to center, release your fingertips down towards the mat and heel toe your way so that your feet are on the outside of your mat. And you're folding forward at a wide angle here. Now slowly start to make your way over towards your left foot, grabbing for the outside of your ankle with your right hand. So you're in a twist. Still keeping your knees bent here. Releasing the neck and head. With each exhale, melting your upper body a little bit closer towards your leg. Now you're welcome to stay here. Maybe take a deep inhale, lift that left hand high towards the sky. And start to make some circles with your hand, rolling out your wrists, rolling out your fingers. And now reverse those circles. Take one more deep inhale here. On the exhale, lower your hand and make your way over towards your right foot, grabbing for the outside of your ankle with your left hand. Once again, keeping that softness in your knees. Now either holding it here or taking an inhale, lift your right hand up towards the sky. Starting to make those circles with your hand. And reversing those circles. Take one more deep inhale here. And on the exhale, lower your hand and bring your hands back to center. Now either heel toe or just step your way so that your feet are all the way together. And taking a deep inhale, sweep your hands up and bringing your palms together. Interlace your fingers and release the pointers. Now exhale as you bend towards the right. Taking deep breaths. And in your half moon pose, really focusing on the length of your body here. So not necessarily focusing on how far you can bend down, but rather how long you can make your body. Taking deep, full breaths and sending your inhales to that left side of the body now. Always creating space. Now taking a deep inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, bend towards the left side. And really keeping your whole body active here. So activating from the soles of your feet, lifting the arches of your feet all the way to your fingertips, reaching towards the left. Now taking a deep inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, cactus the arms, lift the chest and gaze up. Inhale, reach back up, gaze back to center. And exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. One more time, deep inhale, reach back up. And exhale to lower. And take a deep inhale, reaching your palms back up. And as you exhale, sweep your hands behind you, interlacing your fingers together. So you're interlacing your fingers together behind you. And now lift the chest and gaze up for camel. So bringing your shoulder blades together. And making sure to not strain the neck here. So if your head is feeling a little bit too heavy, you can always lift your head up a little bit higher. Focusing here on lifting the heart up towards the sky. One more deep inhale here. And now bring your fingertips, bring your hands together in front of you, interlacing your fingers, and lightly press onto your chin, taking a deep inhale to open up the throat just a little bit more. As you exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest and place your palms on top of your head. Opening up the back of the neck. Now letting your head hang heavy. Start to fold forward, diving forward, eventually releasing your fingertips down towards the mat. Now heel toe your way so that your feet are hips width apart. And taking a deep inhale, halfway lift, bringing your hands to your shins and lengthening the spine. As you exhale, fold forward. Now taking a deep inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, tucking the chin in towards your chest so that your neck and head come up last. And once you're at the top, roll the shoulders down and back for 3 and 2 and 1. On this last one, opening up the palms towards the front of the room and bringing an outer rotation to the body. So an outer rotation to your knees, like you're trying to turn them 180 degrees. An outer rotation to your arms, opening up the chest, pulling the belly button in, lifting the arches of your feet. So activating the whole body. And bringing your chin so that it's parallel to the ground, bringing your head back in space. Almost like you're trying to make a double chin. closing your eyes for a few rounds of breath in mountain pose. And this posture is great for working on your alignment and your posture. So bringing your shoulder blades a little bit closer together behind you, feeling the strength in your mountain pose. Now starting to gently sway from side to side. Opening the eyes, rock all of your weight onto your right side. And now with all of your weight on that right foot, take a deep inhale as you lift your right foot off of the mat. So your right foot should be lifted off of the mat here. And you're welcome to stay here, or you can always bring your foot up a little bit higher, maybe bringing your knee up to hip height. Maybe grabbing for your shin, just noticing where you feel challenged in the posture, but you still have control. Now wherever you are, starting to make big circles with your foot, finding that full range of motion of your ankle, and reversing those circles. Now take one more deep inhale, and on the exhale, release your foot back down. Inhale, roll the shoulders down and back, open up the palms, and exhale as you shift all of your weight towards your right foot. Now inhale, lifting your left foot off of the mat. Maybe you're just gonna lift barely off of the mat, maybe up a little bit higher. Wherever you are is perfect. Maybe bringing your knee up to hip height or eventually grabbing for that shin. Starting to make those big circles, rolling out any tension in the ankle, and reversing those circles. Take one more deep inhale here, and on the exhale, release your foot back down towards the mat. Now taking an inhale, sweep your hands up to prayer overhead, and exhale your prayer to heart center. Now here, bring your right foot up either into a kickstand, so opening up that right hip, maybe coming up onto your shin, or bringing your foot all the way up into your inner thigh. Wherever you are, just making sure you don't press onto your knee joint. Now pressing your palms firmly together, loop your shoulders down and back, focusing on a non-moving point on the ground in front of you. Softening your gaze and making sure that you don't shift your weight towards your left hip, so pressing firmly onto your foot, staying nice and tall. Now maybe opening up the branches to your tree. Take one more deep inhale here, and on the exhale, release your arms, release your foot, and take a moment to just shake it off. Shaking off any tension. And now coming back to stillness, inhale, sweep your hands up to prayer, and exhale your prayer to heart center, bringing your left foot up either into that kickstand, onto your shin, or all the way up into the inner thigh. Once again, making sure not to press into your knee, pressing your palms firmly together, finding that softness in your gaze, and always coming back to your breath. Now taking a deep inhale, maybe opening up the branches to your tree if you did so on the other side. One more deep inhale. Then on the exhale, release your arms, release your foot back down to the mat. Now making sure that your feet are hips width apart and parallel to one another. Take a deep inhale, lift your hands up towards the ceiling or the sky. And as you exhale, sit back into your chair. So just like you're sitting back into a chair, if this is too much on the arms, you can always bring the arms straight ahead. Make sure to bring those shoulder blades together and rock all of your weight so that all of your weight should be on your heels. And you can wiggle all 10 toes to make sure. Pulling the belly button in and keeping that outer rotation to the knees, so not letting them cave in, keeping them in line with your toes. Now taking a deep inhale, reach your right hand back, following your hand with your gaze. Now here, make sure that your hips stay squared and your knees stay aligned with one another. So if your left knee has moved forward, bring it back in line with the right. Taking a deep inhale now, bring both hands back to center, and exhale, sweeping your left hand back. Follow your hand with your gaze. Squaring the hips. Now take a deep inhale, come back to center, and as you exhale, lower the arms and come back up to a standing position. So now you can take a second round of chair pose like we just did, or you can come up onto the tippy toes. So taking a deep inhale, reach your hands high, maybe coming up onto the tippy toes. As you exhale, come down onto your chair like your back is sliding down a wall. Always the option to bring the arms straight ahead, lifting the heels high, keeping that strength in the core. Take a couple more rounds of breath here, challenging your strength, maybe lifting the heels a little higher, maybe getting a little lower into your chair. One more full round of breath. And now taking a deep inhale, get as tall as you can. As you exhale, lower the heels, bring your palms together and fold forward. Once you're all the way at the bottom, plant your palms onto your mat and step back into your downward facing dog. Taking a moment to pedal the heels and just reconnect with your breath. So always finding that Ujjayi breath. Taking any movement that feels good here. So maybe swaying the hips, maybe shaking out tension in your neck by shaking the head no, nodding the head yes. Now taking a deep inhale, lift the hips a little bit higher. As you exhale, lower your knees down to the mat. Untucking your toes at the bottom. Now press yourself up to a kneeling position and bringing your hands to your back pockets, either fingers facing down or up for a stretch in the wrists. Take a deep inhale, lift the chest, bring your elbows as close together as you can. So creating a strong foundation all the way from your feet up through the legs, pulling the belly button in, lifting the chest. Once again, make sure to not strain the neck here. Take one more deep inhale, lifting the chest. On the exhale, lower your seat down towards your heels and letting your arms hang heavy. Bring your head all the way down towards the mat. Coming into your rabbit pose. So in your rabbit pose, really making sure to let go of the body. So letting gravity bring that nice stretch to the spine. Taking a few more rounds of breath with each exhale, allowing your body to get a little bit heavier. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can grab onto your heels and take an inhale to lift the hips and roll onto the top of your head. Take one more deep inhale here. And if your hips are raised, lower them back down towards your heels and press yourself up to a seated position and bring your legs out from underneath you. So bringing your legs straight ahead. Place your right foot on the outside of your left leg. Now taking a deep inhale, lift your left hand high. As you exhale, twist towards the right, wrapping your arm around your leg. Once again, keeping your spine long and not sinking into that left or that right shoulder. Pressing away from your mat. Take one more deep inhale here. And as you exhale, keep your legs where they are and just take a nice counter twist here. So just twisting in the opposite direction, keeping your legs where they are. Now slowly make your way back to center. Bring both legs out in front of you and place your left foot on the outside of your right leg. Take an inhale, sweep your right hand high, and as you exhale, twist towards the left, wrapping your arm around your leg. Looking back as far as you can without straining your neck. Getting a little bit taller with each inhale. Take one more deep inhale here. And on the exhale, keep your legs where they're at and take that nice counter twist. Now slowly make your way back to center and planting your feet at the top of your mat, keeping your knees bent. You can either hold on to the back of your thighs or you can use your hands as brakes here. Take an inhale to lift the chest, lift your gaze. On the exhale, pull the belly button in and slowly start to roll yourself down, all the way down towards the mat. Using your abdominal strength to lower slowly. Once you're all the way at the bottom, take a deep inhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. On the exhale, release your left leg long and bring your right knee across you towards the left. Reaching your right arm towards the right, coming into a full body twist. And here, make sure to keep your right shoulder down towards the mat. With each exhale, melting your right shoulder down a little bit more. And you can place your left hand on top of your leg, but make sure to not pull down. So just letting gravity bring your leg down slowly. Take a few more rounds of breath here. You can either look straight up or you can look towards your right hand, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Now taking a deep inhale, bring both knees back in towards your chest. As you exhale, release the right leg long. And now bring your left knee over towards the right, reaching your left arm towards the left. Keeping that left shoulder melted onto the mat. Sending every inhale to open up the chest. And with each exhale, letting your leg fall a little further towards the right. Take one more full round of breath. And now taking a deep inhale, bring your knees back in towards your chest and roll yourself into a tight little ball, bringing your forehead up towards your knees, holding your breath at the top, flexing every muscle in your body. As you exhale, release your legs, your arms, and your head long on the mat. Coming into your Shavasana. Closing your eyes. And coming back to your natural breath. So not forcing anything. Just allowing your body to rest against the support of your mat. Taking just a few moments to let your body be. Now you're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like, maybe pausing the video, staying here a little bit longer. Otherwise, starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing movement back into the body. Stretching your arms long overhead like it's the first time you woke up today, taking a big full body stretch. And when you're ready, hugging your knees in towards your chest and gently rocking from side to side, giving your low back a little massage. eventually rolling all the way onto your left side and gently pressing yourself back up into a comfortable seated position. And when you're ready, bringing your palms either down for grounding or up for energizing, depending on what you're looking for at this point in your day. Allowing the eyes to close once more. Taking a moment of gratitude for yourself, for taking this time for your body today. Now bringing the palms together at heart center, opening the eyes. Namaste.